Alright, we have talked about the class definition and creating an object, but we haven't talked about additional methods in the class. Right? So we can have more methods than just the constructor. Right? And we could say def, maybe I could say double health. Right? And so what is my double health going to do? Well, let's assume that every time the character drinks water or eats some food, his health doubles. Okay. Well, what we can do is we can make a method called double health that will double the character's health. Right? So we'll say self dot health is equal to self dot health times 2. Okay, so what are these methods that we can put into class character? Well, we have the first one, which is the constructor that builds the object. But you can have any number of additional methods, right? And what do these methods do? They are blocks of code that perform a certain task that deals with these instance variables. Okay. So here's an example of one. We call it double health, and you could see on line 13, if I call it, then it's going to take the object's health, multiply it by 2, and save it in the object's health instance variable. So let's go ahead and try calling it somewhere. What about right here, right on the run? Well, when we run this function definition, he's going to drink some water, right? And right here, when he drinks water, I want his health to double up. Right? So how can I call that method? Well, the way you call the method is the same way you access the instance variables. It is object name dot method name. So it's called double underscore health, and with a method, you need to put 2 parentheses. Okay. So on line 51, what it's going to do is it's going to go up to the class character and run the double health method. So line 51 is going to jump up to line 4, find the method double health, and it's going to run line 13. All right. When it runs line 12 and runs the method, what is self? Right. Self is the object that is calling the method. Right. Self is the object calling the method. So what is the object that called the method? Well, what is the method? The method is double health. What is the object that called the method? What I'm asking is basically, what's the object that had the command to say, come over here to line 12 and run this method? Well, if we backtrack, it is right here, right? And what is line 51 saying? It's saying Daniel object is running double health. So what is the object that's running this method? Daniel, right? So we jump up to line 12. Self is the object that's calling the method. Self is Daniel. Self is the Daniel object. Right. So that's why on line 13 we're able to say, okay, well, Daniel's health instance variable is equal to Daniel's health times 2. Right, so we're doubling up Daniel's health instance variable. All right, and then when we're done with this, what is it going to do? Well, it's going to return back to where double health was called, just like a function definition. It's going to go back to where double health was called, and it was called right down here. Okay, so we doubled his health, and then on line 52, it's going to print out my health. Right, you see this right here? Prints out Daniel's health. All right, so let's go ahead and try that. I'm going to run it. The option is A, 1, run for the hills. So I'm going to enter 1, hit enter. And it says Daniel's looted his parents' gold. Okay, all this stuff. Where is it? Doubling the health. Ooh, that's actually not working. Hold on one second. It's running run. Loot escape. Loot escape. Ooh, what is the problem here? Yeah, I'm trying to run. And the way you run is if choice is equal to 1. Oh, I think it's because I'm not inting the input. Right. Okay, I forgot to int the input. Let me go ahead and run it again. And I'm going to enter in a 1 and hit enter. Oh, what's wrong with this? Oh, right. Run. I went ahead and adjusted it to take in the object. Right, so I can use the object. But I never gave it. So I'm going to put a Daniel in there. Alright, so I'm giving run the argument Daniel, and then the function definition is using Daniel in its body. So let's go ahead and run it. I'm going to enter 1 and hit enter. Ooh, what is this? Okay. Got another error, and it's because I'm running check death, but I'm not giving it the object Daniel. Right? Remember, check death takes in the object Daniel. Okay, so let's run it again and let's see if we can get this going. I'll hit on 1, hit enter. There we go. So I'm running to the hills. I drink some water right here, and my energy goes up to 200. All right. So the call to double health actually did what it was supposed to do. It took the Daniel object's health and it increased it by a factor of 2. Right. It doubled it up, so that later when I print out my health, it now prints out the doubled health, which is 200. Okay, so yeah, if you ever have any opportunity in your program to create a method that performs a certain job, then go ahead and do that. But if you don't, that's fine. We're going to get a lot of practice on creating methods and running methods of a class in our next video.